agree to a question and answer period. I will recognize people as best I can by a show of hands. Make sure that it's a question, not a statement, not an argument. Questions only. Beginning now. We'll have that gentleman there. Do you have a question? I thought you were saying I have a question. Yes, in the back, the middle.
I want to know how you felt playing a part in the movie where you, quote, didn't make it when in reality you really did. I want to know how you felt playing a part in the movie where you didn't make it as much as your brother did, but in reality you really did make it in your comic figure.
It's pretty much the story of all of my friends, mostly, and of course me, growing up, regardless of what point of view, there was people in my neighborhood like N.W.A, there was people in my neighborhood like Trey, and there was people in the neighborhood like Ricky. So playing any of the parts would have been, so close to reality that it's not even funny. Excuse me? Well, as growing as an individual, I'm able to grow as an artist. I started hanging around a lot of brothers from the nation, and they was telling me a lot about myself and where I come from, and the reason why black people are in the situation that we're in, and who's the cause of that. A lot of it is caused by the white power structure. A lot of it is caused by ourselves. So the thing is, when you start knowing who you are, you start to love yourself more than you did before you knew, and that's what's happening.
What's going on between you and N.W.A right now?
Well, the thing with N.W.A is that, I talked to Ray before I left the group, and he was on what I was saying, he knew that money was getting taken from him. And I told him, I said, well, I'm about to step. You gonna step with me? Or we can go in together and get the money. All I wanted was the money that was owed to me. So I guess Eazy got on some kind of ego trip and it was like, if you want to leave, see you. So I said, I'm out. And right now, they're going through like a jealous phase because we had a guy named Arabian Prince that was in the group. He left the group and failed. They thought Ice Cube was going to do the same thing. But see, I worked too hard, and they can't understand Well, here's how I see it. You got to turn a negative into a positive. You see what I'm saying? The kids that's drinking beer and the adults that's drinking beer, the same people that go by that St. Ives won't put $25,000 into a hospital in the community. The same people that's going to pick up that beer won't, there's a school in Baltimore for black boys. They won't put into that. They won't put money into the Nation of Islam and things like that. So I use them as a stepping stone. Hopefully, if we get to use our status or our sponsors in a positive way for the community, no matter what negative they do, we're able to teach the kids that's growing up, don't buy St. Ives and then cut loose.
Blue shirt and far back.
Sure.
And when you're in songs, you like been in so many rooms, got down on the accordion. What that mean?
Been in so many rooms. Well, in LA, a lot of you go on hotels, and when you go check in the room, they have you. I mean, I could have been all three parts, you know. When I was younger, I was straight dope boy, you know. And then, you know, I had a mother and a father there, plus older brothers and sisters. So I just looked at what they went through and kind of counted off it. My brother turned me into sports, so I could have been Ricky type thing. You know, after I graduated out of high school, I went on to a one-year technical school, so I could have been trained, you know, in that end. So that's why the whole story gripped me because, you know, when you live in that type of environment, you can go either way. It matters what's happening at home to turn you either go in the bad way or the good way.
Purple shirt, the plaid shirt, and then there. Thank you. When you say stop giving juice to the Raiders, but they were saying payment.
Yeah.
But in your video, you got on the Kings jacket. There ain't no brothers on the Kings.
Well, it's a thing like this, you know, I'm just like everybody else. I like the sports teams, you know what I'm saying? I like how the jacket look, you know. There's a thing like this. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of brothers that play on the Raiders, but the brothers don't own the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? So who's really the Raiders? Is the Raiders Marcus Allen and you know, those type, or is the Raiders Al Davis? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? All the white boys on the teams anyway, you know. So if you're gonna sport anything, you ain't sporting the black. So I just like the team. I mean, I like the jacket and how it looks on me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I saw everybody's seen the. Okay, everybody's seen the Rodney King beatings and stuff. Now in the movie, there was a white guy and a black guy as policemen. Are the police getting a bad rap, or what's the truth?
No, the police. I mean, this is a cool question. It's a cool question. I mean, the police have been the way they've been for as long as we've been here, and as long as they've been police. And the thing is we just got that one incident on videotape. You know, it happens every day. It happens every day to some people. I knew a guy that got beat up the same day, you know, in the same way, but it just wasn't on videotape, so the whole world didn't see it. You know, videotape is just exposing the racism in America, you know, to the whole world, just like when King was in the 60s and they had the fire hoses, thing like that. The racism in the whole country hasn't changed for 400 years. It's just being covered up better. And with this video camera, you know what I'm saying, you know, the whole world can see one incident here, one incident there. But what about the majority incidents that's going on all over the country?
Behind the camera, the cop, they accuse, like I hear you working on another film, like you trying to expand your film career, like and play the bad guy. I mean, not the bad guy, but
Well, right now, I did a movie with Ice-T called Lures. It's supposed to be out like July 3rd. You know, it's just an action movie. You know, it's not like Boyz N The Hood, but you know, I don't want to keep acting. You know, because the power ain't in front of the camera, it's behind the camera. You know, I wrote a screenplay called America Eats Us Young that's being looked at. You know, so that's where the real power is. You know, I could be an actor, be in front of the camera, but it'd be still somebody back there making all the money.
So like most of your roles, because I heard Ice-T say, you know, he just can't play any type of role. You try and keep your roles, like your image on records too.
Well, see, I do records first, you know, so this acting is just something on the side. You know, records is what I do. I have the most control. I can say exactly what I want to say. I don't have to bite my tongue for nobody. And, you know, I ain't dependent on somebody who can edit my parts out, you know what I'm saying? So I want to stay in the music because I have more control. Now, if I have that much control in the films I do, then I might make a transition. But for now, you know, I got to get the things I want to say out to the best of my power, and that's the right.
Hat here, red hat there.
You said, okay, one of your songs you got juice again. Who's talking about? One person or
exactly who I'm talking about. And whether it fits in your mind, that's who I'm talking about.
I heard you say, I think it was in Billboard magazine, just saying, you said you throw a rock in the pack of dogs, the only dog that's going to yell is when he got hit.
Yeah.
You know, I think, that's pretty much what you just said. But one thing I'm kind of confused about, and this is not just yourself, but like a couple of other rappers, and I'm really into hip hop and whatnot. But I want to know why you say fuck R&B, and then a lot of your breaks, a lot of your production uses samples from stuff that you probably grew up on. You know, I just kind of confused me.
Well, it's the difference. We use soul. It's the difference in the music. The R&B music today is, the soul music of the 70s, a lot of it had messages in it, It wasn't so, EQ. Half of the singers out today can't even sing, you know what I'm saying? And it's all studio type things. They ain't saying nothing like Marvin Gaye said something, like James Brown said something. They just love, they trying to get the humanity, and they ain't even thinking about that, Well, the origin of black on black crime, it goes all the way, it goes all the way back to the slave days. It goes back to the house nigga and the field nigga. The field niggas is scheming on the house nigga that, what I'm saying, when we get him back in the woods, we're gonna do him. Because he got a little better. It's just the law of the jungle. I mean, we living in poverty, and we living in a country that has a television, and the television tells you every day that it's not all right to be poor. So what happens is, it's like the jungle. You prey on the weak, the stronger prey. I mean, if somebody has more than you, brothers get around, they gonna prey on the person with the most. And that's where the black on black crime comes. It's just a fight of poverty. You know what I'm saying? You see everybody with so much, and we deserve that too. And we want that. But the thing is, we were taught to hate ourselves, so it's easier for me to do somebody the same skin color that I am than to go into Beverly Hills and do somebody with much more than the brother I just did with the same skin as mine. You know what I'm saying? The solution is teaching ourselves. We can't, we sitting here in Ohio State and, but how much do you know about yourself? How much does Ohio State teach you about yourself? Once you learn that, that being black is the best thing on earth, you'll be able to trust each other. Unity is the key. You'll be able to trust each other. You'll be able to go in business with each other. And you'll be able to economically get a piece of this country that's rightfully ours.
I would like for you to address the question of violence in the black community, particularly among the youth. And what do you think that rap's responsibility is to talking to these young people?
Well, rap, the responsibility to be serious, the responsibility of rappers is to entertain. Some rappers choose to put messages in their rap because we know that this is a network. The youth today are just warriors. We're not going to go through the same things that our mothers went through or our fathers went through. We have a different type of mentality. I know some of the brothers in here sit and say, man, if I was back in the 60s, man, I would have to kill something. You know what I'm saying? It's a different mentality. So now all we got to do is turn that negative type energy into positive energy.
So, you just got to saying that the problem with R&B is that there wasn't a message.
Yeah.
So I would think that rap does have a message. That's part of what rappers continue
Yeah,
to
we
do.
have
They have a
a
message. So I would think that part of the responsibility would be to talk to children about killing each other. I would think.
The thing is, we don't have to put a message in our music, but those that choose to, if you talk to a kid and play or somebody, you know what I'm saying, they just want to party, they just want to entertain. So you can't hold that against them. But if you talk to Chuck D, he uses hip-hop in a totally different way. Our responsibility is to entertain. Now those that go beyond that and choose to put messaging into their raps, then those are the people who the kids are starting to look for, and then you bring that responsibility on yourself. Huh?
How do you characterize yourself on that?
I characterize myself as somebody that tells the truth about all people, even my own.
That's right.
Tell all women in here. If you come to me and you earn the word sister, I'll call you sister. If you come to me and you earn the word ma'am, I will call you ma'am. But if you earn the word bitch, you're gonna be labeled as that. It's how you interact with me. I mean, it's not just something that's thrown out there. Say, I'm gonna hang easy from a tree. Now, regardless, if he was purple, I would say the same thing. I mean, he's Jewish, and if you think that you're Jewish and it can't be a criminal amongst you, then you out your mind. Just like if I think that it's not a criminal amongst blacks. Now, there's nothing wrong with being Jewish as long as I'm saying a nigga kill a nigga, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? He's reality rapping. But once I get down to the problem and tell the real problem with my situation, what about the things that Jerry Hill has done to me? Do you justify him stealing my money? Do you justify him firing me without the benefit of a lawyer? You know what I'm saying? The Jewish community come and get behind Jerry Heller, but they don't get behind me when I'm getting taken for all my money. There's bad relationships between black and almost every ethnic, right? There's tension here and there. There's tension here and there, okay? Now, my lawyers informed me, which was a guy, he informed me that if you say Jerry Heller in the record, he can sue you. The first cuts in there were Jerry Heller. I played it for my lawyer. He said, you say his name, he'll sue you. But if you describe him in a way that everybody knows him, I mean, I can't call a cat a dog. You see what I'm saying? If he's Jewish, I mean, if he's Jewish and he's done this, he still has to be chastised about the things that he's done to me. If he was black and done this, he would still get chastised the same way.
But it has nothing to do with that with Jewish, but it's Jewish.
The thing about it is that Eazy-E is black and he's done. You know what I'm saying? He's in the same boat as Jerry Heller. Regardless what color they are, they're in the same boat. Boyz N The Hood, it really, it shows us a mirror. It shows us a mirror of ourselves and the things that we're doing. What we're doing wrong and what we could be doing right. You know, Boyz N The Hood, you know, just like a football player. If he's on the field, he should have the best picture of what's going on the field. But he has to call up to the booth, because the booth gets a better perspective. John Singleton traveled the whole country before he did Boyz N The Hood. So he's able to sit in that booth and hold that mirror up and send signals down to the inner city and show them, look, here's what we're doing wrong, here's what we could be doing right. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely.
That's right.
Other educated rappers such as yourself, with other educated rappers such as yourself and other film people like Spike Lee and such going around and speaking to universities and colleges, do you see more and more artists coming into that same kind of field and taking on the same message?
Well, you know, with people like Spike Lee and people like John Singleton, they're just opening the doors for more black filmmakers to you know, we've always, you know, and this is a straight up fact. We've always learned about the white culture, the European history and such. So now it's time to show the world about our culture, our history, the way we feel. Not to just be to flaunt it up there, but so black people can get a better understanding of themselves, and white people can also get a better understanding of the black community. Because until black people get our act together, the same kids that saw Boyz N The Hood that happen to be white are going to be the kids that's running the country. And you should know exactly what's going on when you take that position of power. And until we get our act together, we'll be able, the prejudice that was there with your forefathers will be vanished.
Way in the back of the black hat. Right there. Yeah. I've known some from years that they make this on the campus. They're wondering, wondering if we could bring it back. We would give them a new manager.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Right here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm not really into that. You know, that's not why I'm making rap music for, you know. A lot of my music I do is not really danceable, and I make it like that. I mean, you can choose to dance to it, but, you know, I'll make a record that'll stop in the middle just to do it. Because, you know, I think it's more important for you to hear what I say, you know. If you want to dance, you know, it's cool to hit up somebody that's doing dance, you know, they got more danceable type of tracks. Okay, right here, we got Big Time, right here, my man. We got Brother Ron 2X. We got Brother Shorty X over here. We got JD, I ain't never been gavel like that. We got the sort gangster T-Bone in the house. We got the super producer, Sir Jinx is in the house. We got my man Ed, Sue Ed in the house. We got my homeboy Paul in the house. We got Dreads of Black Stormy. We got Dreads of Black Sheep in the house. Come on up here, man. We got my money man, money man West in the house. Stand up, man. We got Mr. Long. Man, damn. Come on over here, man. We got Mr. Long, the Black Sheep in the house. Yo. I was pissed off. You know, I had to go on a record company with a bat one day to just show them that, you know, they just can't do me any kind of way, you know, because by them taking them 2 songs say anything about censorship when they censor themselves, you know. They censored me for no reason, just because of the little static that I was getting over here, which really doesn't matter. You know, all the static that Ice Cube been getting from these, you know, you got the film crews, you got NBC and all that don't matter to me. All the magazines, they can say anything. As long as the black kids love my music, come to me and say, Q, you're kicking the right deal. As long as the white kids understand where I'm coming from and understand my position, and understand I'm forced in that position, all that other stuff don't matter.
Remember you was with N.W.A? Was there ever a rap group named Bodyguard affiliated with you?
No, never.
Have you ever heard of them? No, I haven't. Wait, can I talk to you?
I wanted to, for us here to have a meeting, what do you consider we should do and contact whatever we should make in order to drive ourselves and get you more resources?
The thing about it, you know, the new rappers that's coming out, a lot of A&R people have stacks and stacks and stacks of demo tapes. And they all sound the same. They sound like somebody over here. They sound like they got a little of this flavor, a little of that flavor. The thing is to come up with a unique style never done before. And Humpty Hump came up with a unique style, and that's why he stuck out like a sore thumb. So the thing is, you gotta come out with a style that nobody ever touched, and it's a lot of work, because it's a lot of avenues that's been taken already, you know. So the thing is, you gotta work hard and come up with that. As soon as you come up with that, and you submit your demo tape, it'll stick out like a sore thumb, and you'll be on your way.
How do you feel about sampling in your music now that Bismarck is being sued?
Well, I think you should get permission on anything, you know. Bismarck, you know, I know him, he's real crazy. And he just say, you know, I would just take it. You can't roll like that now, you know, it's too much money in the business. So anybody I sample from, I give permission. If they, you know, if they don't want to give you the permission, they lose out, you know, because what we're doing is you know, all these groups from the 70s and the 60s, we put a little more money in their pocket, you know, and half of them, they went broke, you know, so they happy to hear that Ice Cube want to use their sample, you know, they're like, yeah. So,
Red shirt.
red shirt.
I read somewhere that Chuck D was upset with you because you sampled some of his stuff for St. Ives. What's the story behind that?
Chuck D was upset, they say, nah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that, you know. I mean, that's Chuck D's business right there. You know, St. Ives can't tell me to come talk to Chuck D about that. Ain't none of my business. I deal with St. Ives on a different type level, you know. That's between St. Ives and Chuck D. I'm not a part of St. Ives. I mean, you know, I'll sit back, I'm chairman of it, so, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, I'm just step. That's between him. He's not mad at me. I talk to him about it, you know. And I told him, yo, if you'll get money, you'll get money. A lot of people, a lot of record companies, they use your enthusiasm. They use that against you because they have you sign up a messed up deal. You know what I'm saying? They have you just come in and sign. You so happy to sign that you'll do it, and then when you become a success, you're not making the money you should be making. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, always have attorneys, not no criminal attorney, but an entertainment lawyer, and tell him, yo, I ain't got the money now, but if you do the deal right, I will have the money, and then you can get paid. Get somebody to work with you on them terms, then you cool. And if he don't want to work with you on them terms, he should be a lawyer anyway. He ain't got no, he don't believe in it.
Last question here in the booth.
I admire Mr. Louis Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad. You know, I admire Nat Turner. You know what I'm saying? everybody who stood up to the struggle, Huey, all these people, you know, I'm into everybody that's down, that ain't pumping out, that knows that we got to get what we got to get. You know what I'm saying? And right now we're doing it civilized. You know what I'm saying? But if it gets too great, then what's gonna happen is Armageddon is gonna be in effect. Huh? There was a couple of lines. You ain't coming to the show tonight. I can deal with that. Yeah, we gotta go to sound check, you know. We got in kind of late, so I want everybody at Ohio State. I'm glad y'all came out. I'm glad y'all supported together.